Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Screenstars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the 2024 Marvel film Deadpool and Wolverine. The film is directed by Sean Levy and it stars Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, Emma Corrin, Matthew McFadden, Morena Baccarin, Rob Delaney, and a whole host of faces you will recognise from this franchise and a few from some others. Right. Okay, this time round then, Deadpool. Deadpool and Wolverine. We've got this is obviously the third outing for Deadpool here. It's the first time in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I suppose. And the film just absolutely loves to keep poking fun at that throughout, as you've probably seen from some of the trailers, if you watch the trailers. Okay, well, this time round, the story really is that Deadpool, through some timey-wimey multiverse magic kind of stuff, has got to try and save his world that is due kind of to be wiped out. And the only way he can do that, really, he is advised by Mr. Paradox, really, is to bring back Wolverine. The only Wolverine available to help is one from an alternate universe who isn't particularly well loved in his. But needs must, he ends up teaming up with him, and the pair of them try and save the multiverse. Right, what are my thoughts on Deadpool and Wolverine? Well, you don't need to worry, guys. This is going to be spoiler-free. This is absolutely a movie you need to go into without seeing any spoilers. Because, number one, this film is a joy. I didn't expect any less, really. I mean, these two are a perfect double act, off screen and on. And I'm talking about the actors and then these characters. They work so well together. I mean, Wolverine playing the straight man to Deadpool, it's just cinematic gold. I'm just watching Deadpool getting his nerves throughout the majority of this film is just worth the price of admission alone, in my opinion. But this film is everything I hoped for. And when I consider some of the cameos that I saw in this film, some of the surprises, I'm going to say a little bit more. Because some of them I expected, some of them I absolutely didn't. And even the ones I expected still put a big Cheshire Cat smile on my face when I saw them. There was one in particular where I was almost out of my seat. I was that excited. And some of the others are just so wonderfully done. It is like surprises and cameos done perfectly, I would say. So not only is this film, like I say, packed full of lovely, lovely surprises and cameos, it's also packed full of really entertaining stuff. I thoroughly enjoyed this film. I mean, when you actually sit back and analyse the story, that is really the weakest part of the film. It's essentially, like I say, it's timey-wimey stuff, so they can kind of do with it what they want in that sense, jumping from multiverse to different universes here, there, and everywhere. And, since the Marvel Cinematic Universe started messing about with multiverses, why can't Deadpool, I suppose? And that's really what we get, but you get it completely from Deadpool's perspective, really, in a way, and he doesn't hold back. The interactions and the chemistry between Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman was off the chart. It was so funny. I mean, and that's. I think it felt to me the funniest Deadpool film. I mean, I haven't seen the other two for a couple of years, I suppose. But I mean, I was laughing out loud consistently throughout this film. There were so many high points. There were so many fun moments. It's probably one of those films that when the excitement has settled a little bit and it's swept up at the box office, because I'm convinced it will. I mean, let's be fair, this is most people's most anticipated film of the year. Just the title alone, if they'd never released a trailer and they just put the title up, Deadpool and Wolverine, and just put a poster up, it would have still drawn, everybody to the cinema. But the marketing campaign for this has been so masterful, as they always are. I mean, Ryan Reynolds is the master, really, at doing like advertising campaigns, or certainly getting involved in them. And he co-wrote this film, so I suspect he's had his fingers all over this, Ryan Reynolds. And it tells, and it shows, if you like, because it's so done with so much affection, that you can tell they've done it, and they just want to give the fans everything they hoped for with this film. And that's what I really take away from this. They wanted fans of the Deadpool movies and fans of Marvel to a large extent to walk out of the cinema with a big smile on their face. Not just because this film was laugh out loud funny constantly, but also that maybe the Marvel Cinematic Universe isn't dead. Maybe maybe Deadpool is the Marvel Jesus, as he keeps calling himself in this film, which is just absolutely fantastic. Maybe it turns out that he does end up saving Marvel, because this is easily the best Marvel film I've seen in a long, long time. I think when they let people, properly tap into their creative juices and they give freedom to be creative to these people, Disney, then what they get is, a proper film. If they micromanage everything like some of the Marvel films we've seen over the last few years, and not just Marvel, anything that Disney does really, every time they micromanage it and get committees involved and to make sure, it's speaking to this audience and that diverse person out there and all that kind of stuff, that's when they make films that nobody's interested in. And clearly I suspect they turned around the people that want to make this film, obviously Ryan Reynolds and Sean Levy and Hugh Jackman, and said, look, leave us alone, let us make the film, and I guarantee you it will make money. And it looks like they've done that, because, they don't hold back with the gags. You would have thought there would have been some kind of level of control as to what they could say and what they could do, but no. Deadpool absolutely rips the piss out of anybody and everybody in this film. Including Disney, including Marvel, including DC, you name it, he just goes to town, and it's absolutely fabulous. And the dog that you keep seeing in the pictures and the posters, it's just absolutely incredible, this ugliest dog. Apparently, I saw it on social media a week or two ago that this dog was voted the ugliest dog in the world or something. So that obviously was a red rag to a bull for Ryan Reynolds. Let's get it in this Deadpool film. So I think it's a stroke of genius. I think it's arguably the strongest Deadpool. Everybody completely understands now the character. I think Ryan Reynolds has always had an understanding of this character, but as the films have gone on, he just, it's effortless now for him to kind of do this part and this character, and to have Hugh Jackman along, who, it's like putting on a pair of comfortable slippers for Hugh Jackman now playing this character. It's a joy to see him back. I think when he first announced that he was coming back at Wolverine, I think a lot of us felt a bit cheated after him retiring from the character. But what we got in this film, you won't feel cheated about seeing Wolverine back, because you get to see him in the iconic suit. You get to see Hugh Jackman, kicking ass again as Wolverine. Yeah, I can't give you a huge amount of negatives here, I suppose. I mean, yes, okay, as I've said, the star is a little bit convenient, the timey-wimey, multiversey type stuff. I've got to save my universe, it's that kind of stuff. But everything in between that they pack in between the story is golden, in my opinion. So, yeah, hugely entertaining. I can't imagine anybody going into the cinema and coming out disappointed with this. I'd be very, very surprised, and maybe some people might be a tad underwhelmed. Not for me, though. I absolutely loved it, and it had me kind of bouncing around in my seat with laughter and surprise many, many times while watching it. So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the review. I hope you found it useful. I will, of course, be back with plenty more reviews and content on the channel very, very soon.